Hey, what's up, Lightbolt Joe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2022 Paramount Plus original film, Secret Headquarters. Now, for some reason, and I don't know why, but this is currently available on Amazon Prime. So that's the only way I watch this, because I have Prime, I don't have Paramount. I'm glad it got a rented release on Prime, I guess. I don't know how the contracts works within that, bringing it to one streaming service when it's originating on another. But yeah, so we watched it. Let's talk about it. So this has Walker Scoble plays the son of Charlie, of Owen Wilson's character, right? Who plays this superhero called the Guard. And the movie leads up to the ending where it's a Michael Pena versus Owen uh, Wilson showdown, and it's just so epic and it's so entertaining. And this is rated PG, right? So this is a middle school superhero film. It's not, you can't take it anything aside from a middle school film, right? It's long. I would have shaved 20 minutes off of this. I think I would have kept the pace a little better, but every scene that Walker's in is perfect. Walker is perfect, and everything he does is just so believable and sarcastic and dripping with snark, and it's just he's the next Axel Heck character, that snarkasm kind of dialogue that he just portrays within all his characters. That's why I cannot wait to see him play the titular role of Percy Jackson in Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the TV series on Disney Plus. So I'm so excited. I said this when we talked about the Adam Project, whenever that movie came out on Netflix, that he's going to go far, and I can't wait to see what he does next. And then a little after that, that's when they announced that he was going to be Percy, and I've been freaking out. Like he's going to be he's so talented now as a kid, as a teenager. I cannot wait to see what he does next as an adult, and then moving forward. He's gonna change the world, change cinema. He's so talented. So going to this film now, I can't remember the characters' names, but the younger Burger character, that actor was in the film Good Boys, and you could tell by his screaming. He has a very distinct high pitched scream, and it's hysterical because I was building Easter Legos, of course, on my day off, and I'm watching this and I'm like, wait a minute, I know that scream, and I looked it up, and obviously it's him, and I was like, yes. This actor's awesome. So these kids, these middle school kids, they're all 14 years old. They're getting ready for this moon dance, which I thought was smart because we've seen like the winter dance, the Valentine dance, the snowball, all these things, right? We've never seen a moon dance. So you come as like intergalactic characters or aliens or space people or, things, right? I thought that was smart. I thought that was very smart. It was different. So there's baseball involved in this. And then, Charlie's dad, Walker's character of Charlie, his dad being Owen Wilson's character of the Guard, pretends he's an IT guy and he has to go to this conference and that conference. And that's why he's never actually around to parent, to be with his son. So Walker's character Charlie lies and gets his friends to come over for a quote unquote rager, and it's only the four of them. But they find out that his dad has a secret underground man cave filled with all this guard stuff. Lo and behold, his dad happens to be the Guard, that they just figure out. But there's people trying to find the source of energy that the Guard was gifted by this alien spacecraft all these years ago, 10 years ago. And so it's now a matter of the bad guys versus the kids, and how the kids can outwit the bad guys. And we've seen this a few times before, and it's just very entertaining watching it again because it works. It's a very good type of plot point within film, having these middle school kids face the bad guys. It's been a great run since Home Alone, having this little kid, create all these different traps and stuff to get the bad guys, and to have these teenagers, these middle schoolers, these 13 and 14-year-olds working with the technology that the Guard has to 3D print some devices and explode some things and set grenades, and it's using the tools that you have in the present to defeat the bad guy, and it works. It's a trope that I love, and it's very entertaining. I love middle school films. I've said this numerous times. It's just very entertaining watching all these things because it's humorous. It takes you back to your middle school days, and you're like, wow, we did really stupid things back then. It's just what kids being kids, you question life, and you're learning as you go, and you make mistakes, and that's how you learn. And it's wonderful watching it again. But in a comedic aspect, in an action aspect. So the kids progress, and Owen's character eventually comes and helps them, and the fight eventually gets back to the moon dance at the school. So there's the showdown at the school, which is very entertaining, and working together at the end to save the day for mankind. Things, right? Little nuanced things. Again, I would have shaved 20 minutes. Some scenes were very drawn out. I would have smooshed it to get the pace a little faster, but otherwise I thought it was great. It was fun, it was entertaining, it was hysterical. I laughed a lot. But again, a lot of it, me laughing, was because of whatever Walker said. Like, the way he, like, says a sarcastic, snarky comment, and it just makes you question your life. As in, the characters are making themselves quite, like, these adults that he's talking backhanded comments to, or like they can't believe the vitriol coming out of this 14-year-old's mouth, let alone believing it in himself. Oh, Charles Melton was in this as well, very briefly. I wish he had more of a role as that. He plays the character of Hawaii. But it's interesting that this is actually rated PG because, like, Charles' character gets shot and he's killed, and that's not really PG related kind of content. It's definitely a PG-13 aspect to it. Yes, we don't see it, and yes, we don't see blood or anything, but there's a lot of guns, there's a lot of grenades, and there's a lot of, like, violence. So I'm shocked that it is just PG. I genuinely assumed, because Charlie's literally killed. Charles Melton's character is literally shot dead, and you see his dead body on the ground. You know he was killed. So, like, how is this a PG film? I don't know, man. Otherwise, Secret Headquarters, I thought it was a fun middle school superhero film, and that's all it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a superhero middle school film. It's not supposed to be anything grand. It's not an Avengers level kind of thing. It's just Michael Pena versus Owen Wilson's character, with Walker Scobell as the son and his friends coming about, with Captain Blue Eyes trying to save the day for the good of mankind. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.